All right, let's talk. You're out there, you're meeting people, and there's this one girl. You can't quite put your finger on it, but there's something. A vibe. A spark. But is it just in your head? Is she just being friendly? Or is there a secret, hidden channel of communication you're just not tuned into? Let me tell you, my friend, women are like master illusionists. They can conjure a full-blown, I'm not interested mirage so convincing you'll walk away dying of thirst in a desert of your own confusion. But behind that smokescreen, there are tells, subtle signals, little breadcrumbs of interest she's leaving for you, hoping you're smart enough to follow the trail. Most guys? They walk right past them. They're looking for a giant, flashing neon sign that says, I like you, you idiot. But that's not how it works. Attraction, real attraction, often starts as a whisper, not a shout. And that's where I come in. I'm your friendly neighborhood decoder, your big brother in the game of love, and today, we're pulling back the curtain. We're diving into the 5 hidden signs she's secretly into you. And pay close attention to number 3, because it's the one that 90% of guys get wrong, and it's the one that can change everything. First up, let's talk about the accidental touch. Now, I'm not talking about a full-on soap opera-style embrace. This is way more ninja-like. It's the brush of her hand against yours when you're both reaching for the popcorn. It's her, oops, sorry, as her shoulder bumps into yours in a crowded room. It's her finding a reason, any reason, to lightly touch your arm or your back while she's talking to you. Think of it like this. Personal space is a fortress. Most people have a drawbridge and a moat. They don't just let anyone in. If she's consistently finding these little, seemingly accidental ways to breach your fortress walls, it's not an accident. It's a reconnaissance mission. She's testing the waters. She's seeing how you react. Do you flinch away, like she's carrying the plague? Or do you hold the space, maybe even lean in a little? Her subconscious is sending out a feeler, a little ping, into your territory to see if it gets a ping back. When a woman is not interested, she's a ghost. You could be in a phone booth together and you wouldn't touch. But when she's into you, she becomes a gravitational force. And those little accidental touches are the first sign that you're being pulled into her orbit. Don't just brush them off, acknowledge them. A little smile, a moment of eye contact. That's how you let her know the signal was received. Now, let's move on to the second sign, which I call the question echo. Pay attention to this one, because it's all in the conversation. You're talking, you're sharing a story, maybe about your weekend, your job, your weird obsession with collecting vintage maps. You finish your story, and then what happens? A woman who's just being polite will nod, say, oh, cool, and either change the subject or wait for you to ask her something. But a woman who is secretly into you will echo the question back. You say, yeah, I spent all Saturday hiking up at the national park. She won't just say, that's nice. She'll say, oh, I love hiking. What's your favorite trail up there? Or, that sounds amazing. I've been meaning to go. Do you go often? She's not just making conversation. She's building a bridge. She's taking the topic you introduced and she's building a path from her side of the river to yours. She's looking for common ground, for shared interests, for anything that can turn a simple conversation into a genuine connection. It's like you're playing a game of conversational catch. A guy who's not paying attention will just drop the ball. He'll answer her question and stop, leaving her to do all the work. But you're going to see that she's throwing the ball back to you, and you're going to throw it right back to her. You're going to ask her about her favorite trails, her hobbies, her weird obsessions. This echo is an invitation. It's her way of saying, I want to know more about you, and I want you to know more about me. It's a green light to go deeper. All right, here we are. The big one. The one most guys are completely blind to. Number 3, she gives you the playful challenge. This is the most misunderstood signal in the entire dating universe. A guy will be talking to a girl, and she'll tease him a little. She'll question him. She'll disagree with him, but with a smile. And what does he do? He gets defensive. He thinks she's attacking him, or that she doesn't like him. Wrong. So wrong. Let me break it down. When a woman is not interested in you, she will be agreeable. Overly agreeable. She's a wall of pleasantness. Why? Because it's the fastest way to end the conversation. She doesn't want to create any friction, any reason to prolong the interaction. She'll just nod and smile until she can make her escape. But a woman who is into you will test you. She'll poke the bear, just a little, to see if it's a teddy bear or a grizzly. She'll say something like, "Oh, you're a fan of that band? I don't know if I can trust your taste in music now." She's not insulting you. She's flirting. She's throwing you a playful gauntlet. She wants to see if you can handle it. Can you be witty? Can you be confident? Can you stand your ground without being a jerk? Think of it like a sparring match. She's not trying to knock you out. She's trying to see if you can dance. The average guy will either crumble, "Oh, yeah, I guess they're not for everyone," or he'll get aggressive. What, you think your music is so much better? The right move? You play along. You lean into the challenge with a smirk. "Oh, so you're one of those people. It's okay. I can't expect everyone to have an evolved musical palette." Boom, you've just passed the test. You've shown her you're confident, you're fun, and you're not easily rattled. This playful challenge is a gift. It's her way of filtering out the weak from the strong. It's her subconscious screening process for a guy who's actually worth her time. Don't fear the challenge. Embrace it. It's the clearest sign she's not just seeing you as a friend. She's seeing you as a potential romantic partner. Okay, moving on from the mental sparring match, let's talk about sign number 4, the future mention. This one is subtle, but it's pure gold. You'll be in the middle of a conversation, and she'll casually drop a reference to a future event that involves you. It's not a direct invitation, it's more of a projection. For example, you're talking about a new movie that's coming out next month. A woman who's just a friend might say, "Oh yeah, I want to see that." A woman who's into you will say, "Oh my gosh, we have to go see that when it comes out." See the difference? The we. Or you're talking about a great coffee shop you found. She'll say, "You'll have to take me there sometime." She's planting a seed. She's painting a picture of a future that has you in it. It's her way of moving the relationship from the here and now to the what could be. She's opening a door and peeking through to see if you'll walk through it with her. This isn't a legally binding contract. It's a low-risk, high-reward move on her part. If you don't respond, she can play it off as just a casual comment, but if you're smart, you'll pick up on it immediately. When she says, "You'll have to take me there sometime," you say, "How about Saturday?" You take that vague future possibility and you nail it down into a concrete plan. This shows her that you're not just listening, you're interested. You're on the same page. You're seeing the same future she is. These future mentions are little trial balloons. Your job is to reach up and grab them. And finally, we arrive at sign number 5, which is perhaps the most powerful of all, because it happens when you're not even there. I call it the social ambassador. What this means is, she talks about you to her friends, and not just in a, "Oh, I know a guy named Steve" kind of way. She's your hype man. She's your public relations agent. How do you find this out? You might meet her friends, and they'll say something like, "Oh, so you're the one who collects vintage maps. Sarah told us all about it." Or, "We've heard so much about you." When a woman is into you, you become a character in the story of her life. And she shares that story with her inner circle. Her friends are her board of directors. She's bringing your stock to the table for their approval. She's telling them the funny thing you said, the interesting story you told. She's building you up in their minds before you've even met them. Think about it. We don't talk about people who don't matter to us. Our time and our friends' attention are valuable. If she's investing that time and attention in talking about you, it means you're occupying a significant amount of her mental real estate. You're not just some random guy, you're a person of interest. So if you meet her friends and it feels like they already know you, that's not a coincidence. That's a calculated move. She's been laying the groundwork. It's the ultimate sign of validation. It means she's not just considering you for a role in her life. She's already started the casting process. So there you have it. 5 hidden signs she's secretly into you. The accidental touch, the question echo, the playful challenge, the future mention, and the social ambassador. These aren't just random quirks. They're a language, a secret code that most guys are too busy waiting for the neon sign to ever notice. But not you. Not anymore. Now you have the decoder ring. The key is to stop looking for the obvious and start paying attention to the subtle. Attraction is a dance, and these signs are her leading you to the dance floor. Your job is to have the confidence to take her hand and dance with her. So go out there and start listening with your eyes. Pay attention to the signals. And when you see them, don't hesitate. Make your move. You've got this. Thanks for hanging out with your big brother today. If this helped you, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense advice, and drop a comment below telling me which of these signs you've been missing. I read all of them. Now get out there and be legendary. Thanks for watching, and say goodbye, Mr. Nice. See you next time.